What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We just got back from FD Atlanta, round one. That went very well, considering that Adam made it into the top 8, so I'm stoked to see him get that far in the first round. Atlanta, beautiful city. That track was amazing. I met so many awesome people out there. So if you were one of them and you said what's up, I really appreciate it. It was great meeting you. And that track was just a blast. The weather was perfect. It was just an all-around great weekend. We all had a blast. But we are back, and I have been super eager to kind of dive into this car and kind of see what the rest of it has to hold for me. So we're back with the Supra, and she's been chilling, sitting in here, looking as beautiful as ever. This thing is so clean. It's damn near perfect. And the entire time that I was over in Atlanta, I just kept thinking about this car and my future plans with it. So this morning I stopped by the previous owner's house and picked up something for this car that I think will be a great addition to it. And it was one of the first things that I wanted to change, and that would be the wheels. So I'm not too sure on the spec of these wheels. They are pretty much kind of like AutoZone wheels, I guess you could say. I tried even looking up the brand, and it came back with nothing. So maybe they're rare, maybe they're not, I don't know, but I definitely don't want them. The tires on them are okay. They're a little dry rotted, but thankfully the previous owner held on to his OEM wheels, which is sick because they also have little gold emblems on them to match the car. And this thing is just, it's so well kept. I'm so happy. So let's go get the wheels and see if any of them hold air. All right, take a look at these. These have been sitting for a long time. If you can't tell in the video, there's something special about these wheels. They have the original Toyo tires on them from 1995. That is absolutely crazy. When I picked these wheels up this morning and found out that they had the factory tires on them, I was kind of blown away. It just kind of goes to show the condition of this car and how it was kept. One of them is missing the gold badging, unfortunately. Must have fallen off due to age, but I wonder if maybe I can pick that up somewhere else. Either way, I'd much rather see these wheels on the car than the AutoZone wheels, so I doubt that any of these are going to hold air. All of them are flat, so I can give it a shot, but I highly doubt it.
It looks like it's actually got some pressure in it, funny enough.
So who knows? Maybe it'll hold something. Let's do 30. All right. Well, it looks like they, or at least some of them, will hold air. But after I inflated it, there's a lot of dry cracking going on in here. Obviously, these tires are super old, and they're hard as a rock. So I am deeming these not safe to drive on until they get new tires, which I don't know if it's worth it or not, or if I should just wait to just get some new wheels altogether. This one is full of water. It's debeaded on the back sides. We don't have our tire machine here yet, so I can't pop this one off. And due to the dry cracking and how old these are, it's not worth it to try and put them on. So I'm going to just kind of put these away for now, but it's really cool to know that I have the original wheels and the original tires to this car. Super old Toyo Proxies from 95. All right, fast forward a couple days. Gave up on the wheels for now, just because they have bad tires, and it doesn't make sense to put bad tires on a good car. So these are good for now, even though they're super ugly. I am currently in the market for some wheels, and I am talking to a couple people about setups. Maybe within the next few weeks, I will have a set of wheels for this car, but as of right now, it's gonna stay on the AutoZone boys for a little bit longer. So obviously this car is super clean. I did look under it before I bought it, but I didn't get it up in the air or anything like that. I just did a quick brief look under the car. So I am very curious to get the car up on the lift, check everything out under the car, check bolts, check bushings, things like that. It has a little bit of a clunk in the rear end that isn't really that bad, but I do want to see if I can pinpoint where that might be coming from, so that we can get it replaced. And then after we do that, I got some stuff for the front of this car, specifically the headlights, to restore those back to hopefully a not yellow state. And I'm pumped for that because that's just going to transform the whole look of the car. They look real bunk right now. So let's get this thing out and into the shop, put it up on the lift, then we can go over it. So these lifts are designed like in a very interesting way where the car has to be like super far back to be able to actually get on the lift. And I think it's attributing to the car needs to be in the other direction. So I'm going to spin the car around. The car is already super far back on the lift and I still can't get the posts to line up. So I'm gonna do that because it's just, there's not a whole lot of front and there's a whole lot of rear sticking out on the lift and it's kind of sketchy. All right, first time going under the Supra. What are we gonna find? Okay, this thing is like, it's friggin' spotless. Holy crap. I mean, I knew it was a Florida car, so I wasn't too concerned, but man, this thing's freaking spotless. I am so pumped right now. I was super worried that I was gonna get under here and something was gonna be wrong, but oh my god, it's friggin' spotless. So when I bought this car, I obviously took a peek under it really quick and took a couple pictures. You know, looked pretty good, so I made the purchase. But I never got it up in the lift and like be able to actually get under the car up until now. And yeah, it is spotless under there. First thing I noticed right off the bat, these tires are bald and dry, cracking, and a bunch of bad stuff. Also noticed it looks like it's got a new strut there. So it's got new front struts. So that's kind of cool. Little bit of an oil leak right here. My guess would be either oil pan gasket or rear main seal. Could also be valve cover gaskets. The back ends of JZ's, the back of the valve covers, they tend to leak. Like my Supra, I still need to do that. Everything else under the car looks amazing for it being 25 years old. This car was born the same year as me, and she clean. Lots of years of grime and build up on everything. It'll be really nice to clean this thing on a lift and see what it comes back to looking like. But obviously this is all factory undercoating. Exhaust is in really, really good shape for a factory exhaust. Obviously the flanges will be a little rusty, but it honestly looks like I could take the bolts off still and not snap them. So that's pretty crazy. Trans looks pretty good. Looks like it has some undercoating on it, so I'm curious to know if maybe this, oh wait, no, that's not undercoating, that is built up gunk and oil. So scratch that. Looks to be just gunk. So definitely that oil leak in the front is spewing along the back here and just kind of getting on everything. But that's a blessing and a curse, honestly. Cover something in oil and it won't rust. Back end, all the stuff in here looks pretty good. I'm gonna put the camera down after this and kind of shake some stuff, check some bolts, make sure things are tight, because there is a clunk back here, which my suspicion is the exhaust, because this thing has had a muffler delete and it doesn't look like it was done the best of quality. The welds are kind of bonk. Piping is kind of Home Depot-esque piping, so I'll be excited to swap that out down the road. Oh yeah, look at the hanger they built. That thing does not do any. Oop. Yup, there's my rattle. Right there on the sway bar. So that's an easy fix. I'm glad to know that it was just that and not a bad bushing or something. I love getting under old cars and just seeing them in such good shape. Usually you wouldn't see a US car in this good a condition. It would be a Japanese imported car. But it's spotless. Let me get far down here for you. Look at that. This car's 25 years old. That's freaking crazy. Coming from Massachusetts, this thing would have holes in each rocker, in the back here, over here, in the front where the seats bolt to, there'd be holes and rot. This thing is so nice. All of this is in perfect shape. No rust, no rot. These wheels, ooh, man, this brightened my day up so much more, because I was always kind of dreading putting this thing on a lift and, you know, discovering something bad, you know, that you didn't know was there. But I'm glad to know that my suspicions were correct, and this thing is stupid clean. Speaking of these wheels, if anyone knows this brand, it's hard to tell what it's supposed to be. I think it's NZO, or it could be OZN. I don't know. You can see my reflection, but I'm just curious as to what the heck these are. I tried looking them up, and I couldn't come back with anything. They're one piece, you know, they're fake 3-piece wheels, obviously, when you look at them. But I'm just curious as to what they are, because they were definitely bought in the Fast and Furious day and age for this car, and they've been on it for a long time. I'm gonna tackle something that has been bothering me ever since I got this car, and that is the headlights. They have been super yellow for ages and just not in their best condition. And it really makes the entire car just look that much older and that much more grimy looking, if you know what I mean. Griots actually reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try out their ceramic headlight restoration kit, in which obviously I said yes, I'd love to try that out. So right here I have their full kit along with some trim restorer, which we can try out on the trim of this car. So I'm really excited. I did watch a little kind of tutorial video before I am going to take this on, and it seems pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna open this up and show you guys what's inside. All right, so in this kit, we have some oxidation remover, which you put on the headlights first. That will get rid of a lot of the initial yellowing and old plastics that can come off very easily. Next up is sanding, wet sanding. So it comes with this little pad, this palm pad that you can hold this way, and Velcro sandpaper pieces. You have two 1,000 grit ones, one 2,000 grit one, and one 3,000 grit one. So one of these for each headlight, and then you share these for both headlights. Basically, we'll just use this, and then we wet sand, work our way up in the grits, and then at the end, we actually have some ceramic headlight coating that we will put over them to kind of bring the clarity completely back, and it should be a close to lifetime fix for these headlights. So I'm eager to see what they look like. Here's a good before, very yellow, very faded, and they're almost as yellow as the gold badging on the car. So I'm pumped. I'm gonna set this camera up on a tripod, and we're just gonna go to town and see how this works. It also comes with gloves. The oxidation remover is very bad for your skin, so wear some gloves. And toilet cloth. Also, be sure to clean your headlights pretty well before doing this. You don't want any contaminants on them. So here is the wipe. I'll show you guys a quick before here. Sorry, I know it's out of focus. I'm in manual focus right now. So yeah, let's see if it takes some yellow off. So as you can see, it is taking quite a bit of yellow off of the outside of the lenses. I'm worried that the yellowing that is going to be left over is inside the lens, which if that's the case, I'd have to take the headlights completely apart and redo them. But if that does end up being the case, I'll probably just get some Series 2 headlights for this car and just kind of update all the lights, get some brand new lights. So I'm very eager to see if this works though. Okay, I think we're about good there. That is quite a bit of yellow taken off. So it looks to have cleared up some yellow as opposed to the other side, but I am starting to get a little concerned that it might be inside the headlights, which we might not be able to do much about. But either way, I'm going to still go through the whole process. Doing this will still make them look a lot better than just leaving them. So, well, good news. There's a lot of yellow coming off, so there may be some hope. So I was told basically you want to go until the slurry, the yellow stuff, isn't yellow, and then you're good. So we're getting there. I think this is gonna work. I'm gonna do one more pass, and then I'm gonna call it good for 1,000. Okay, now we're gonna step from 1,000 to 2,000. The whole reason for working up in grit is to remove previous sand scratches. So 1,000 is pretty aggressive, 2,000 is twice as less aggressive, so it will remove the 1,000 grit scratches and make it a lot more finer, and then 3,000 will make it even finer than that, which then, yeah. So an easy way to tell if you've removed all of your 1,000 grit scratches is if you switch directions that you're sanding. So I went completely vertical for 1,000. I'm doing horizontal for 2,000. Once I don't see any more vertical lines, I know I'm good. All right, so that's 2,000 done. We're gonna work on to 3,000. Now that we just went horizontal, we're gonna go vertical again. All right, so this is part of the process that's going to be really satisfying, putting the ceramic coating onto the headlights. This is designed to fill 2,000 and 3,000 grit scratches. So this is sanded down all the way to 3,000 now, which should be perfect for this. So basically take it off, rub it around just like you did with the oxidation remover, and we should see some really clean headlights. This is a real ceramic coating. It's not some cheap branded stuff. So yeah, let's see what happens. Look at that. Just back and forth. That's a pretty spicy looking headlight, I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm just gonna kind of work it in a little bit. I'm not applying a lot of pressure, just a little bit. Obviously wear rubber gloves because it's not good for your hands, and that's it. So this headlight is done effectively. We let this dry for 60 minutes and then it's okay to be pulled outside. So this car's just gonna live in here for right now, and once it's dry, we can clean it off. say these headlights came out amazing. You can just see the yellow on the ground from it coming right off. So I approve of the Griots headlight restorer. Thank you, Griots, for sending it out. It worked phenomenally, and these things look brand new now, so I'm pumped. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of a quicker one, but I'm stoked to get these cleaned up. In the next video, I have something very special coming for this car, and it's going to be kind of the first big thing to do. So I'm stoked for that. Hope you guys are looking forward to it, and I'll see you in the next one.